And that's what I've always yearned for with Logan, and I've like told him this, and I constantly harp on it. And one of the things that pains me the most is that we like don't do any business together. I've tried to get him involved, and he just like doesn't want to.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Twin Talk, not season 2. It's a reboot and a remix. We're back, we're better, and we're with Betr.
And we're here together.
Oh, God.
Make sure you like, comment,
and leave a 5-star review. Okay, guys, but seriously, we're here. We're on our new podcast. We're super excited about it because it's a new chapter for us. Obviously, we stepped away.
There's going to be 3 certain things that you get out of this podcast. Updates about our life.
Is it your podcast or is it my podcast?
I think it's ours together, but you kind of take over sometimes.
Carol. It's Hannah's world and we're all living in it. Okay, but let's get back to the 3.
Updates about our personal life.
Viral social content.
And talking about sports.
Some amazing guests too, guys. So it's super exciting. This is like Hannah and I's safe spot, so we're super excited to share with you guys.
You'll get to learn a little bit more about us too through our personalities, so you guys can tell us apart.
From playing basketball, not taking our 5th year, and entering the business world and becoming female entrepreneurs, we have a lot to catch up on.
Yes, we do. Regarding the basketball situation, Haley, why don't you talk about your decision?
Yeah, I think that it's hard because we came off if you guys followed women's basketball, we made it to the Elite 8. That was Hannah and I's goal. And then obviously Hannah didn't want to play, so she made me quit basketball. Like genuinely, we got in a fight. If you guys really want to know the tea, I was like, Hannah, I'm going back. And she's like,
I'm not going back. Sorry.
I am not doing it anymore because
the 2-point comments that are still going on in the 2 minutes, I was done.
No, yeah, I think it was also just like, besides that, it was like, as a college athlete, like you miss so much
of your life.
Family of your life, and like 4 years of college basketball, that was what we went into. So it's like, just because COVID happened, you missed so many years. We wanted to just play 4 years.
Yeah.
And then like we've always dreamed of starting our businesses, starting a company and taking this route. So it's like, okay, whatever people gotta say, whatever they gotta say, like do what you want to do.
I think it's like the burnout too. Like it's not 4 years just of your life. Like if you think about how many years you play basketball, like leading up to it, it was like, I'm not going to do something that I'm not going to give 100% of my all to. And it's like, if I chose to go back, that wouldn't be like, right. Like I wouldn't be fully like satisfied at who I am.
And I think you'd be going back for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I would literally be going back. I mean.
Or no. You like the routine, you like the discipline.
I like the routine, the discipline, but like also I like being able to like get up, work out myself, being able to travel. Like we've been traveling so much this summer.
Yeah.
We would have never gone to do that. I think the freedom of that is amazing.
Yeah, I think that, and everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, you should have taken your 5th year, but it was like, when we were playing basketball, you were hating on us. But, like, you can't please anyone, and the opinions of others, like, we're not going to, like, ever rely a decision on that factor. So it was like, at the end of the day, it was the biggest fight we've ever been in.
And Haley, if you know her, she won't make a decision.
No.
She doesn't make any decisions. So I was like, we didn't, like, fight. It was just more of like, okay, Haley, like, she took about, like, 5 to 6 days to herself.
6 days? I think it took a month.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't even know. We didn't really speak that much on it. And I wouldn't feel comfortable giving her my advice on it because I feel like it'd be biased because I wouldn't want her to play. So I just let her make it by herself.
No, I think, like, the deciding factor, like, I went on so many hot girl walks, and I was like,
you were hot girl
someone
walking.
make the decision for me because, like, this is giving me anxiety by myself, like, doing it.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, okay, it was, like, I was in a spin cycle class working out. I was like, I cannot, like, there's no way I'm not, like, gonna be here and not on the court. Like, there was so many, like, my competitive nature is, like, go back to playing basketball. But then it was, like,
the comfort.
How happy I'm going to be without Hannah on the court. And, like, throughout the season, a lot of times you weren't on the court. Sorry. But, like, I was just, like, how happy was it? Like, was it better when we were, like, on the court together? And that was just, like, okay. But now we're here.
We are here. We have joined a new sports and lifestyle brand, Betr. And we have done amazing experiences with them so far. So the first one was our Heat game. We did our first bet at the Heat game.
Heat game, F1 weekend.
F1 weekend was insane.
That was cool. I always wanted to. I love F1.
I know.
The race, everything about that. So I was like, oh my gosh, being able to go to all these cool events. We're now entering the betting community, better picks, everything's going on. We need to get better at it. Like,
oh, dude, my favorite event was Preakness by far.
Preakness was so cool.
I want to go to the Derby next year, but I think being able to like bet on horses. My parents came. That was so fun. Everybody was having a great time. So, and we met a lot of cool people there as well. So
yeah, I think being able to just like experience that and like get in rooms with people you would never and connect and like be able to do that with you is like really cool and exciting. And I think this new chapter I was super nervous on. I'm like, what is it going to look like? And we still really don't know, but it's like, okay, like this is what we want to do. We're going to do it every single day, take it day by day. So
and do it together. Like we ended that chapter. Now we have to like grow into business people. And we've only been out of college for like what, 4 months? Right.
Like we went to summer school, so we like generally just graduated.
I know what I'm saying. Like we're always like this. Like we always like need to know something right now, but like we've done a lot in 4 months. Yeah. Sometimes we just need to. It's gonna all work out. So
especially our betting is gonna get better. Yeah, everything's gonna be great. So we're super excited to be here, have this podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And we just came from Dallas this weekend. We were at the Paul Diaz fight, so that was very exciting. All my sisters came. How did you like that?
I think it was cool. I think that like I've never been to a fight. We've always watched it. Like Dad would buy it on the TVs, and we would all just like in the backyard like. Whatever, watch it, and I was never really into it, but being able to like be that close, like we saw like the sweat when he was like, and I was like, oh my god, like I was actually into it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Also, I thought the hostile environment was very.
Everybody wanted to fight.
Yeah, everyone was like, okay, that's Nate Diaz's squad, and this is Jake Paul's squad. Like, we got to keep the distance.
Yeah.
And then there's people in front of us being hostile. I was like, oh my gosh.
Somebody's like threw a drink or something, and then it started like the first brawl. And Carol and everybody was sitting like right with us, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Thankful Marco and Anthony like grabbed us out of the way. This lady in front of us, she's like, "If there's a riot, get under the rink." And I was like, "I'm getting under that damn
dude." I know. I was like, "Gosh!" I was like actually getting nervous, and then when he won, I was like, "I'm leaving." And they're like, just stand. I'm like, "I need to leave." No, it was cool. I think just being able to like experience that once again, all the family was there, and we got to all go to like Dad's place like before. Go to Billy Bob's. It was fun. Smoke some cigs.
Do you feel like it was different? Watching the fight because you had a little bit of stake in it, like watching Jake, watching like theoretically Betr, you know what I mean? Like getting the better win. Like, that made it different.
For sure. I think that it was definitely like, especially when we went to the weigh-ins and stuff, I was like, damn, this is competitive. Like, I was like, that's sick. And I think being able to be there with like, there's all the Betr investors, the whole Betr crew was there. It was cool. It was definitely fun to be part of.
Yeah, I was just like, I could feel like you guys' passion. Like you guys wanted it so bad for him. So it was just cool to see like he has that type of people around him too, and like being a part of Betr, and like it's just genuine, like you really wanted it. So I was like, okay, here we are. But I'm excited for more events with them. Exactly. We have also other exciting stuff. One of my favorite things, Hannah and I are coming out with an energy drink.
Yes.
Literally like dream.
I know. That's definitely bucket list thing, but we can't say what the flavor is because it hasn't come out yet. It's coming out at the end of September. I can't say that, but it's with Bucked Up. So
yeah, we signed with Bucked Up. We get to release our new energy drink with them, which is like such a dream come true. First of all, because like if you know us, we run our lives on caffeine, hate it or not, but that's what we do. So I think being able to like really get in and like discover a flavor we both enjoy and like share it to our audience. I think it goes hand in hand in us. Like we love fitness, so like it's like, okay, here we are.
Yeah, I loved that. That was something that we just did, and then creating the NIL fund with Soul Juice was like something that like I've really wanted to do, and being able to have Soul Juice like back us behind that and like help female athletes, in that space, because we kind of started NIL, so being able to give that advice back to them and be able to fund it, like that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that it's very new too, still NIL, and like being the Wild Wild West, and like being some of the trailblazers and female athletes to like lead the way. Yeah, like July 1 of what was that, 2019 or 20?
No, 2021.
Yeah, July 19 something. I don't know.
It was July 1st.
Huh?
It was July 1st.
Okay, yes, whatever, Hannah. But anyways, like being able to do that and like learn so much, and now being able to like help other female athletes that like don't have like a big social media presence, like you can make so much money and set yourself up for like what it looks like after college when you're not going to go pro. A lot of female athletes at the end of the day the percentages aren't in your favor of going pro, and even if they are, the revenue generated from your sport you're playing depends on endorsement deals. Like it's not there as much as males, so like being able to like give advice to capitalize off of it in college, it's like, okay, like that's so exciting.
I think that's great. I think it is. Sorry, I was thinking of something else when you were talking.
Be better.
I'm sorry.
Hannah's podcast.
Hey, enough business talk. Let's get into personal life. Haley, how are we doing? We saw the recent.
No, that's exactly what you were thinking.
I was. Okay, but I will dead ass be talking to Haley, and I'll be like, she asked me, she's like, okay, what did that text say? I tell her.
What did the text say, Hannah? If you want to bring up my
she's like, what did that text say? And I was like, I tell her, because I want Haley's advice, and she continues to make her breakfast. And
The one thing
I'm like,
about
Haley, did you respond? Like, are you gonna like acknowledge that I just told you something? You're like, oh, I'm thinking. I'm like, you're dead ass saying
I was
thinking.
processing the information. One thing about Hannah, her patience is literally probably this piece of paper. We don't even do two. We'll do this thin.
I think it's been better.
And it's like, if you don't give a response, or if I'm like, okay, you asked me to do something, and then I literally, like, I'm like, okay, I got it. You will follow back the question. You don't give someone a chance to do it.
Oh,
You'll literally follow back with, like, did you do it? And I'm like, that was 2 minutes ago. Like, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you're expecting me to do it right now.
No, I got you.
Yeah. Can we, like, work on that?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, like, roommate talk.
Okay, so I know that like
the
the whole. I think you're like a little mad at me because of the whole basketball thing, but like I saw you go to a lot of basketball games this summer. You know, like you were like every basketball game. I swear to God.
Like, I enjoy watching basketball. Can I not?
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
supposed to, like, remove myself from that community?
No, I was just curious. Like, what was so exciting about it?
We're not doing this.
And now,
Exciting about, like, I was, like, a major Miami Heat fan.
oh yeah, I remember. How was that courtside game?
Okay, courtside was insane.
That was pretty sick.
Adam, like, taking us there and, like, going with Darren and stuff, like, one of the best, like, moments of the summer.
Exactly.
We had a
met
yes
Neymar.
summer.
And you
I met
Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah.
You met Neymar, too. I think just being able to,
And also, who was that one dude?
Girl.
Who was that one dude on the Nuggets?
Bruce Brown?
Uh-uh.
Oh, he was super nice after the game, too. So,
Okay.
like, being able to meet him and just, like, he was a Miami alum. So, yeah.
Really? Any other exciting stuff that's happened? Like, I swear, I saw this, like, video, like, online that was,
Dude,
like...
Hannah's the type. She wants... If you give Hannah a secret, she's going to... Okay, number one.
Secret, pause.
Okay, not a secret. Hannah's the type to, like, want to talk about your business online, but then she'll be like, you know what, I live such a private relationship.
I do.
I love a private relationship, but Haley, God forbid, let's post all
Mine
about...
started as a private, so I keep it private. Like, we were never...
Okay, that's fair.
So, personally, yeah, I'm...
No, that's fair. It's just,
So,
you know,
like, I can't bring up John and Jill.
No, I think we're not talking about John and Jill.
Well, John and Jill, if you're out there, this is about you.
No, it's not.
And if you're ever... if you ever need a funny story, just go on our Those One Basketball Twins.
I deleted that TikTok.
You did?
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude, like, why give that attention? Like, that's what they wanted. Like, that girl literally was, like, wanting attention from it.
You're a fan.
Did
you know?
I'm literally a fan of him. I really, like, I think that,
She's like, she loves that.
yeah, dang. Good thing I'm going to have a tag team belt, though.
I know. I think the tag team's cooler.
I'm still hurt because we're still talking about it, so thanks, Hannah. Thanks for bringing it up, because now everyone's going to be like, if you're still talking about it, you're hurt about it.
You're hurt.
I'm hurt.
Really? I thought you changed. I thought we're like onto the football wave.
No, Hannah, I said everyone's going to think I'm hurt. That's why I want to talk about it.
I'm not talking about that.
You brought it up.
I said, how was your summer? You enjoyed a lot of games.
No, yeah, I did. I definitely
I'm gripping
did.
this like I'm singing. Any other exciting things in Dallas going on, or
I don't even know yet. Maybe we'll see. Maybe
like how's the personal like relationship life?
my life?
Yeah, I know everybody loves like hearing about that.
I think that it's trial and error. It's really hard because like everyone in my family is in like a long-term relationship, and
Yeah.
like they all have like the ideal boyfriend. So it's like, oh, Hannah's locked in at 7 years. Like Brainy's getting married soon.
I know.
Brooke and Mike, surely ideal. But I think that like
Is that Philly Mike?
Philly Mike, we love you. But yeah, they're cool. They're great. I was just messing around. But yeah, I think that like being able, it's like
You're just dating. Like you're
it's
just
like I come back and everyone's like, oh, Haley. And then I tell my mom and dad if I'm talking to like an athlete or I'm into athletes, it's like,
she's only into athletes.
I think that everyone's
so it just
like,
doesn't end well.
oh,
for
when do we
anyone.
meet him? When do we do this? And then I'm like, frick, like, don't get too excited, you know? Give me the 3 months, because I was like, oh, let's bring him on.
She gets the ick. One thing about this girl, like I swear to God, she gets the ick quick.
I know, but it's just like guys just like are like doing too much.
I know, but you do. Like, what's your biggest red flag?
My biggest red flag is like, God, I have a ton. Like an ick is like, well, first of all, I think it was just like my dad.
Ours.
Yeah, I forgot we had the same dad. But like our dad was super tough on us growing up. So like I can't stand any sense of softness in a male. Like if you like say like are like emotional or like a lot, like I'm not at all. And so like if you're like that, I'm like,
And I
you're
think
like that, I'm like, yeah.
you're out the door, yeah. I think it's because we're both independent too. So like also we're twins, so like we depend on each other. But I'm talking about like independent wise, like we have our own things going, and it's like our routine is everything. So it's like trying to add somebody in on your routine, like you have to really like them, you know?
Yeah, I think that it's like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I'm like, is he the one? Is he not? Like, is it worst thing? Is it not? And then at the end of the day, I'm just like, Nah.
What's like the worst thing that somebody's ever done to you? Anything with like a Grand Hyatt playlist or something. I saw that when you look up Apple
Music. I remember like having to like call you and be like, yo, can you like help me like get an Uber in Denver?
I'm like, bro, it's 3 a.m.
I know. I was like, Hannah, like I'm like guys. Okay, usually I'm not even trying to like act like a tough girl. Like usually males like don't make me emotional, but I think like going and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the fact that the disrespect, you know, like I'm all like for like whatever, people are immature and stuff, but like human being to human being, like I expect like respect, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with someone you shared. So I think just like the most disrespectful thing was probably just like, you know, the guy you thought he was your guy went to a club and you stayed in his room and watched Diplomat.
Go Diplomat.
Like
we love Diplomat
people. I guess I'm a huge Diplomat fan.
Hannah, I have a question. Do you know when Haley is like really likes a guy? Like, can you tell?
That's a good question. I would say, is she really yeah. I know. I knew she really liked John. I really did. You did. And I'm just going to be straight up. She did like John a lot.
It took me a while.
It took her a while to get there.
Like, it takes me a while to like truly be like, yeah, like I like you, like let me like take time of my time to like go see you, because it's like we have so much going on, you guys know, like events and stuff, so it's like if I truly like you, like I gotta figure out a way to like get to you, and it's like,
yeah, I think to your point, like she will get there, but it's like she doesn't, I know this is like annoying to say, like I'm not trying, like you don't like catch feelings like quickly, like it will gradually take you time. So when she does get there, it's like shit if it doesn't work out, because you'll get there and then you're like,
then I was like, dang, like, I need to like put on some Rod Wave and like figure it out. But then like
then it's like Marry Next Year. Like we listened to Marry Next Year
by
Rod Wave
for, like, bad. Like Cardi B through your phone. Like I was so bad for a second. And, like usually I'm not like that. So I was like I'm gonna give myself 2 days to recover, because I don't act hurt over someone that disrespects you.
And I'll tell her, I know she really likes him, because I'll tell her, I'll be like, dude, you are not texting. And then she's like, well, what if I could? I'm like, no, you're not.
I'm just gonna mess.
You're not lowering. Like, no, you're fine. Give it time. Move on. And now we're here.
Yeah, if it wasn't
you got better.
Yeah, we got better. We got better, guys. We're so excited for our new Twin Talk reboot remix. We have a bunch of cool guests coming on and stuff, and our number one guest coming in, he could be like our triplet. So we're really excited for it.
Or like brother.
Yeah, we were in speaking of that, in Dallas in the hotel, like every single time, like 5 people came up to us. It was like, "Are you related to Jake Paul?" I'm like,
I think it's the hair and the eyebrows.
Like, does that mean I look like a guy, or do you just think I'm like related?
We get that like 15 times,
it's
so it's like fun.
I'm like, damn. Like, is it that, or is it I'm 60? Because like, God forbid you get a little lip filler, people like.
Oh my God, that's the
like,
worst
the
thing in the world.
Sorry, y'all. Like so many other influencers get it, and they're like, oh my God, that looks so good. Us, we get it. We're like, oh my God, too much fakeness. I'm like, bro, fuck.
Betr Carol.
Are you going to bring us the first viral video we're going to see?
Betr Carol also, she's our girl. So if we forget anything, this podcast is very chill. She will let us know through these sheets, baby.
Betr Carol with everyone. The iPad. Let's see some viral moments from this week.
Okay, so first TikTok we have on the board is Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez fight. So these 2 players got in a legit fist fight on the field. And Jose Ramirez, I think it was a left hook to Tim Anderson.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was pretty extreme. And if you want to know something funny, Jose Ramirez is on the Cleveland Guardians, and Jake is from Cleveland. So 2 Cleveland homies knocked someone out.
Oh, okay. Cleveland boys. Here we go. Okay, so he slid under.
He just missed him at second base. This is another rocket.
Oh, he touched the hat.
Wait, why is he mad?
Because he missed him. Oh.
Dude, no way. When did this happen? He was like chokehold.
Oh, because he just went under. Okay, wow. How do you feel about that? Have we ever gone into a fist fight like that?
Well, first of all, that's crazy. I didn't even see that, so that's crazy. But no, I'm trying to think if I ever got in a fight.
I threw a Gatorade bottle at you, and it was like this close.
But during a game, Hannah, wait, when was there a big fight? Like
that one girl kept calling you Barbie.
So annoyed. So we were like playing Clemson, right? And like these girls, like this girl was like messing, like I don't know why she was guarding me. And
why she was guarding you?
No, I'm not saying that, Hannah. I was getting there. It's my game, my fight. Yeah, I was on the court.
Actually, I played that game and I had 5 threes.
The Clemson game?
Yes.
You remember that one?
Yeah, of course I do. It's the game I played.
I don't know.
I don't remember the games I was in.
Hannah would low-key like want me to not play good so she could stop me.
I was low-key raw. I just didn't get the chance. Sorry.
It's a touchy subject. Anyways, we were playing this girl from Clemson, and she was like having a game, but like on the scouting report, like she was decent. And she started like talking crap. Like she hit a couple threes in my face and was talking crap, and I just like smile and laugh. Like I'm like, okay, you're not gonna like whatever. So then we come down again. She like kind of pushed me a little bit in the Clemson game. It was a Sunday on Miami, so like no one was really there like watching the games.
Nobody mean by like there's more people in this room than that.
Hannah, don't be disrespectful.
I'm just being honest.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, so she like kind of shoved me a little bit and was like, "What you want, Barbie?" And I was like, "What?"
I would have been like, thank you.
You know, and then I was like, "What?" Well, then like Leah and everyone was like, "Don't say that to her. Like, don't do that." So like Leah came up and like had my back, and she was like, "No, you're just a Barbie." And I was like, "Thank you. Like, keep checking up, sis. Like, thank you. Like, what do you mean? Like, that was like
Speaking of keep checking up,
Hannah, I think you got this one.
Haley will ramble, so I was like, we'll pause.
Better just like wants me to get.
Oh
a
my
boyfriend,
god! Oh
I
wait,
think.
whoa!
Better and
Haley's new boyfriend. Okay,
I did get one.
Him out. Here's Eric Cartman.
Oh, he's tall. He's thick.
He's loyal.
He's loyal. He doesn't.
He makes me look small in photos.
He's purple. No red flags.
Eric Cartman.
So Haley, is that your type? Or like, what's your type?
I do like a strong, like taller build. Like I'm very like, you know,
A muscle mommy,
muscle
yeah.
mommy girl. So like I don't look for someone that like is super like not fit. And I just feel like that guy brought like a ton to the table.
Are you like choosing him over like a professional athlete?
I probably should.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing myself, I won't. But he definitely brought a lot to the table.
Yeah, I could see
he supports the Betr family, and like I'm a huge Betr. I'm like part of the Betr fam too. So like that was like something we had in common. But yeah, we'll see. Let's check back in. Like,
let's check back in. All right, moving on.
Okay, next talk. I loved that. So this one's a little sad. Megan Rapinoe missed the last penalty kick in her last game ever in the World Cup that also got the U.S. women's team out.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and there's just
That's Sue Bird's wife, right?
dark comedy and me missing a penalty in my last game ever. So, yeah.
Because I was saying with the smile, I mean, was that just pretty much a message that that's football, that's life, things happen?
I mean, that's a sick joke. That's just like, yeah. I mean, that's a sick joke. I can't believe that. I never even hit them over ever when they're saved. So, yeah. I mean, that's just.
That's gonna sting. That's awful.
Sucks.
Is she retiring?
Yeah, she's out. Well, she probably won't play another World Cup again.
Well, she had like an amazing career, so obviously it stings and like that's really hard. But like that's not what people remember.
Yeah, for sure.
God, low-key like hard. I could feel that in my bones. You know what I mean? No one wants
Exactly.
On a lighter note, we have the triplet. This is when Jake knocked down Nate Diaz, which you guys got to see live in person.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this. Oh, I didn't see it from that angle.
That was like a really big point for him, right?
Yeah, that was huge.
I didn't know if that meant like he knocked him out because I was like a little bit unfamiliar with the terms. But I was like, I like looked at Mikey. I think he was saying this. I was like, did he knock him out?
I was like, okay, he's done. Like the fight's over. I didn't think he was gonna go back up.
Jake said after the first round, he was like, I don't know how he lasted longer than that.
He did look tired. Yeah. Like Jake didn't seem as tired. Like Nate looked like very tired.
He's like older, I think.
He's like 35.
He's older. He also is coming from. He used to do UFC. Right, so he's never boxed before. This is like technically his first boxing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God! Wait, this was the funniest video.
Oh yeah, I got you. So we had you guys obviously noticed the Better Picks hat, the big ass Better Picks hat.
Rizzo was wearing it yesterday.
Rizzo was wearing it yesterday. Joey was wearing it throughout the week.
Katie was.
So Katie was. Y'all two were. Better JoJo somehow gets Nate to grab it and try it on.
Stupid. First of all, Better knows how to
Everyone
market.
watch this. Why did he put it on? This video did good for y'all. He didn't look at the thing, and then he read it, and he was all pissed.
Does he know Jake's company is Better? Oh, so he thought it was just a funny hat, right?
JoJo's face.
Hey, first of all, great bonus points to JoJo. That's great marketing.
Okay, speaking of WWE,
Are we gonna see each other in the ring?
tag team.
Hey, now.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm like super excited just because being around WWE and going to the events this summer so far has been so fun. Like, everyone's so dope and like not as what they seem, and I like really like
they're
that.
like personalities as they seem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's cool to see like and just like understand like how serious it really is and like the training and stuff. Like, it's not just like something like you just like go out and perform, you know?
Right, and we met the Bella twins at the SPs, which was kind of like a whoa moment.
Dude, I was like
Haley was fangirling. Like, I've never seen you fangirl like that.
Yeah.
I think they're just like mentors and being able to like pick their brains eventually about, know, the space they're in and like how they got to the positions they are. Like it's just super inspiring. So
I think
that was awesome.
to see where they started and see where they became, like, and just like understanding, like just trying to soak in whatever they were telling us. Like, I was just like, oh my God. First of all, we were like walking by at the SB's hotel and they were like, twins? Wait, you guys are the twins. And I was like, you're Nikki and Bree. Like, what? But like, yeah, I think it's cool. And yeah, I think WWE has a lot to offer and like it'd be a great thing for us. So I think
stay tuned. We're very excited. We went to a lot of their events. So we just went to SmackDown. That was sick. I don't know if you guys saw those photos and stuff, but we did like a walk entrance and we met Triple H and I don't know. It was sick. So definitely stay tuned because there's exciting things to come for that.
Hater Hotline.
1-800-HATER Hotline. Here we come.
Okay, I'm gonna go look because I look at the comments and Hannah doesn't. So
I don't look at comments. Sorry. And Haley gets all mad. She's like, I'm deleting this TikTok. People are saying shit.
Okay, guys. So before our first guest gets here, we're gonna do a little segment called Hater Hotline, and we're gonna be looking at the comments that our lovely fans and reacting to them. Gotta be the ugliest twins, no lie.
First of all, that's your opinion. It's fine. Second of all, I don't understand why you're commenting that. Just like keep it to yourself. Like not trying to be like, oh. I mean, I would just personally keep that one in your drafts. 15 minutes is over. I don't understand what that means.
I think like the 15 minutes of fame. We're like, okay.
Or is that like meaning other thing?
Really? I'm pretty sure it's the 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, and yours never stated. These dudes again. Okay, these dudes.
Is it because they're like more muscular than them?
I definitely love the gym and eating healthy, so I am muscle mommy. But I don't have, you know, a thingy. So
someone needs to be fired for thinking this is what we want to see on the betting page.
Get these two effers off social media. They are such an effing joke.
They look like the female version of Jake Paul and I hate it. The Island Girls. Damn, some serious haters in the comments. Let's go, Jake. Them puckered lips is just not it. Are these the girls from White Chicks? That's a good one.
That's one's always in there. Like, bro, first of all, I love White Chicks.
Dude, really?
Second, it's funny as shit. That movie is so funny.
Is it just because we have like blonde hair and brown eyebrows?
We do have like thick brows, but like I'm not changing it. Sorry. We see all your comments. We appreciate them. We appreciate the honesty, the advice. We will definitely take it to heart and we'll work on everything that you guys are telling us. But stay tuned because one person that does look like us or that you guys claim looks like us is up next.
Being a nervous
First guest is here, Jake Paul, problem child, coming off a huge weekend from Dallas.
Woo!
Yeah.
Texas, baby. Am I the first guest?
You are.
Wow.
Are you honored?
No, you're
or
gonna
no?
be like, we filmed a bunch of people, but like you're gonna be the first.
I'm gonna be the first one that gets released.
You're very special.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
We have a very important question for the first. Who's who?
We ask everyone this. 50-50 shot.
I got this right the first time.
I don't think so.
I don't think you did.
I did. What the fuck? I did do this, bro.
Yeah,
I
marked it. Yeah,
I've been around twins my whole life. The only twins I can't tell apart are Jermel Charlo and Jamal Charlo. They're the only ones. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're Haley.
Yeah, I am Haley.
I don't think it's that difficult to tell twins apart.
Usually people, it's like, okay, they look alike or they don't.
Yeah.
Like one of the two.
Also, we got asked like in the elevator like 4 times if you were our brother. So how do you feel about that?
It's like, Jake Paul, are you related to him? I'm like, no.
Yeah, we are. We are.
I think it's the blonde hair and
We're actually
brunette eyes.
related.
Yeah,
Like, actually, guys, we're related. We're just gonna come out and say it.
Look at these are my sisters. We should
Bro, we're
just
triplets.
act like they're like the long lost Paul sisters or something like that.
Oh, so we gotta switch.
He's
our
the
name.
brother
We
we
gotta
never
switch the
had.
last name.
We'll switch the last name for sure. We'll gladly.
The Paul twins.
That's sick though.
All right, so after this weekend, obviously very, very exciting. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So why don't you talk us like about the tank entrance? That was like sick as shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. So the theme for the fight was ready for war. That's like the slogan. Each fight has a slogan. And so the theme for this was ready for war. It's like on all the posters. And I was like, what better way to come to this war? And by the way, it was called that because it was going to be a war, a battle. Like Nate Diaz is a dog. He brings a fight. Yeah. It's like a backyard street fight. Mm-hmm. He just takes a lot of punches. And so I knew it was going to be like this brawl. And I was ready for war. What better way to come in on a tank? And Whistling Diesel, he's like my favorite YouTuber. And I reached out to him. We've kind of like been talking back and forth. And he owns a tank. So I was like, let's ship this out here.
It
was expensive.
I was like, holy shit, like that's crazy.
The tank, the little Dirk, like all of it, everything for this fight like came together really perfectly. It was just like so much fun, and yeah, like the tank thing went pretty viral. It was expensive though. People don't realize I paid a lot of fucking money, and I put Betr on the side of it. It was symbolic for launching Betr Picks and like running over Prize Picks and Underdog that night in terms of app downloads, because we're fucking going to war with them. We're gonna shit on them.
I saw that. We
was
were like
killing
4,
it.
right?
No, I think
4?
like top 3 or whatever on the App Store. 3.
3.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got you.
beautiful.
Our stock is going up, guys.
Beautiful.
Skyrocketing.
Love it.
Download Betr Picks if you're 21 and older. Download right now.
So speaking of Betr, obviously you're super passionate about it. Like, what was your like mindset going into it, like creating it?
Yeah, it was. I saw this like industry that was just like old and outdated in terms of just like marketing, and all these companies, all the big companies were paying me millions of dollars to do these like shitty promos, and I was like, why do you guys want me to post this video? Like, no one cares about this. The wording is terrible, the content is terrible. They're like, no, that's what we want. And I just saw how they were wasting all this money, and no one could understand the money lines and all this like crazy shit. And so the barrier to entry for like the average sports fan was just like super high, and I wanted to go to a bigger, broader fan base. And Joey Levy, it shows up out of nowhere. Boom. Like, I'm sitting there with my partner, Jeff, and I'm like, I want to create a sports betting company. Joey Levy comes into thin air 7 days later, pops up out of nowhere, and we share the exact same vision. He flies to Puerto Rico the next fucking day. Love the hustle. And we were like, let's just fucking do this.
Yeah.
And it all came together, and it's just been serendipitous because he's a great guy. We share the same vision, and yeah, it's come together. But a year now, right? A year of the company. So
I just saw like the video they posted online. I don't know. Was it Joey? He was supposed to say it was sick.
so much has happened in the past year, and now it's like feels like we're finally off to the races because everything's available in like more states now.
Yeah.
Right,
With
with
the
the
stock's
states.
only rising.
Yeah.
For sure. That's sick. Okay, so I saw that like Logan kind of called you out about being a better boxer, right? The other day?
Yeah.
How was that? It's your bro.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. I don't even know like how to talk or how to like speak on it, because I don't want to create like further turmoil
Yeah.
no,
between
you
the
don't
two of
have
us,
to.
and I don't need to sit here and explain why I'm
Yeah, I'm the better boxer.
that,
Yeah.
like, if you're trying to say you are the better one, then like clearly that's like some sort of insecurity like within yourself or something that like you're trying to claw.
No, I think it's
My actions and what I've done like speak for themselves, but I understand it's like this like big brother syndrome, and it's hard to maybe see your little brother doing something that you wish you would be doing.
No, yeah, I mean, he's in the WWE and we're huge fans of it, so
Yeah.
I'm a huge WWE.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I think it's hard too. Like, both of you guys are so successful, and like I watched your Netflix story on
That was
Reverend. It was
sick.
sick. First
Thank
of all,
you.
Yeah.
and just like being able to see like both your guys' rise at the same time, and like people comparing you, I'm like, geez, like that's tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole like everyone's kind of like pitted us against each other.
Yeah.
Even like on like the business side, like even as kids, our dad would be like, who's going to score more touchdowns when you guys are the same age? Who can run faster? Who can do this? Who can climb more stairs? Who can catch the ball in a cooler way? Like, even when we were just in the backyard, we were just always like pitted against each other. So it's like kind of like in our brains, and we have to like recondition ourselves to like not think that way.
Yeah.
So it's like it's difficult, and doing it in front of the world, and like all of our mistakes are on display, and every family has issues.
Facts.
So, you know, that's just the name of the game. Ours is just like exposed in front of the world for whatever reason.
hella
I think
opinions
it's
of people.
interesting that Logan's older than you, so you guys are pitted against each other, but they're twins, so they constantly have to do like business ideas together. Like, you guys constantly have to figure out what you're going to do together. I feel like there's a pressure to you guys.
Well,
to
our
do the
brand's
same
more
thing.
together. I
Yeah.
feel like y'all's are separate, and like our brand is like the Cavinder twins. Like yours is more like Jake and Logan.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like can be more of a team,
Right.
which is great, and that's what I've always yearned for with Logan. And I've like told him this, and I constantly harp on it. And one of the things that pains me the most is that we like don't do any business stuff together. I've tried to get him involved in MVP. Like, I've wanted to give him equity in everything that I'm doing, and he just like doesn't want to. I don't know. I think he wants to like create his own story and own lane, but it bothers me. I yearn for that so much for us to like be on the same team, and it just has always gotten shut down.
Yeah, I think it's hard too. It's hella competitive, and people always are comparing you to each other. Like even us, like we're same team, but like looks, anything you're doing, it's like, oh, Hannah's this, Haley's this. I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it.
And it obviously does like create controversy. Like, you know what I mean? Like no matter what, like within the family, if you're doing business, that's hard. But I was curious. So like when we were at your fight, like everybody was chanting like F Jake Paul, F Jake Paul. Like how do you like kind of handle like the hate behind social media? Like how did you learn to cope with it?
Yeah, I think like embracing the villain role, and like there's a fun side to it. Like I'm not really a villain. Like I just like played it. Like you guys made me the villain. I'm just like a nice fucking kid who's just like having fun. Like
people like literally like hate, but like, you play to it so well though.
Yeah,
like, you know how to play to it.
No, because I can just, I'm an entertainer, I guess, at the end of the day. Like I did fucking acting classes for 4 fucking years straight when I was in LA. Like I could just turn that side of me right on. Like it's like flipping a switch. But yeah, it's why I have so much appeal, because someone needs to play that role, and I'm good at it naturally and have that target on my back. And so I just have leaned into it more and more. And to me, it's great. Like I encourage the boos. I encourage all of that hate because it's what's gotten me here today. And like I think the biggest thing that I did to like kind of say fuck you to all those people is when people first started saying fuck Jake Paul, I just like turned it into a diamond chain and like started wearing it. And
that's sick. That's different too.
I walked out to my first fight in Manchester with the chain on that said fuck Jake Paul. And like they didn't chant it. They didn't chant it. They were chanting it all week in the press conferences leading up. Fuck Jake Paul. Like 5,000 British kids just fucking shaking an arena saying fuck Jake Paul. And as soon as I put it on the chain and walked out with it, they didn't say it for like a year after that. And now they're starting to like bring it back. But it's like, okay, cool guys, whatever. Like.
Yeah, they were saying, I'm like, oh my God. But I feel like it's because, like, you're, like you said, like, you embracing it. It's like, okay, they can't get to you. Like, whatever you, like, you're just going to embrace it and be like, okay, yeah, like, fuck me, but whatever.
Yeah, they might as well be saying, like, pay Jake Paul.
Yeah,
like you're making me money.
Like going higher.
Pay Jake Paul. I'm paying Jake Paul. Like
everyone gets it, though. If you're in that world, like, whatever you are, like, someone's going to hate for something.
So what are you guys going to do that's, like, super villainous? Do you guys, like, have any, like, evil shit planned?
Some advice, like, you're really good at it. So.
Yeah, you got to just, like talk shit to people's wives and family members.
That's great. That's great. That's great advice. We're the long lost Paul sisters now, so like I feel like we can play it.
Do you have a good one-liner for them that they can come back and comment at?
Thanks, Carol. That was great. Like, how do we deal with it?
Well, I think if you respond, that's the thing is if you respond like individually to someone, it kind of like looks like you're like butthurt. So like I just never respond like individually. Like it's more like a broadened like. Fuck all of you.
Facts. Yeah, that's good. We'll keep that in mind for sure.
No, that's what every time when I win, it's always.
No, I saw that.
That's crazy.
That was great.
He knows best.
Oh, but you guys did that too.
Yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
At the.
That's crazy. Like he did that and then you did that. You know what I'm saying? Not that like
Jake Paul did it, so I did it.
Yeah.
Okay, we need some advice. We're throwing the first pitch at the Marlins game. We're a little nervous. What did you got?
Are you guys throwing it with one hand together?
Yeah. No. One's going before each other.
I was thinking like you could throw it and I could catch it, or like vice versa.
She asked that, Haley.
Oh, for real?
She doesn't read text, Carol.
Possibly.
Sorry. Okay, well, what's some advice? We'll follow up later.
Honestly, like, don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Because every celebrity and like a lot of them just like fuck it up and the ball goes like flying and then you're pretty much that video is used against you for like the rest of your career.
Okay, so just be athletic.
Yeah, and like maybe practice before. Like I was practicing throwing a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, well that's our first episode on Twin Talk. Jake, thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me, man. Let's fucking keep crushing it. Better to the moon. And you guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for them. Let's give it up for them.
Spot, Derek.